Okay, it's recording. Yeah, that's what I'll probably do.
I'm gonna get mama radio voice on. You ready?
Yeah.
How you doing? We're live. This is James. We're live here with Fedx. We're in the interview with her today and asked her how everything's been with her projects and what she's got going in the music industry. How old were you when you first started with music?
Really, I was like 8 when I started writing, but I started performing and stuff at like, get in the studio at like 14, and then I started out battle rapping, you know, on the bus stop, you know how it started out, and then started getting in the studio, you know, and I got in my first group when I was like 14, and then my first show, I was like 17, and I don't know if you remember, way back when they had like Club 328 downtown, I had got to open up for 8 Ball. My homie had hooked it up, and we opened up for 8 Ball back when he was down here doing Space Age pimping. So ever since then, you know,
Just love the glamorous life, rap scene. That's cool, cool. What was the moment that clarified music for you, and when did you realize that music was what you wanted out of life? And you can start with the first question. What was the moment that clarified music?
I think it really was like watching, you know, growing up, watching other female artists come out and seeing them, and like, I grew up on a lot of Tupac and Spice One. I was listening to a lot of East Coast stuff. You know, that was what we was bumping down here in Nashville. So, I mean, just getting on to that, and I started, you know, just really like my poems. I was like, oh, you know, I can rap that, and I found, you know, my voice sounded good. So when I started hearing myself, and other people started hearing me, they was like, you should rap, you know what I'm saying? And it just, for me, music always been inside of me, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, you know, that was the route I was gonna take. And
it was what you had to do in order to get your establishment in your music game to come out with your own stuff.
Yeah, when I started performing and I started seeing other people really was feeling me, you know, being on stage, that's how I just really knew, you know, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Got that energy, that goosebumps. Yeah, I already know. Alright, okay, the second part question, when did you realize that music was what you wanted out of life?
Man, the first time I performed on stage, just the crowd, the energy, like you were saying, the energy from the crowd is just a adrenaline rush, you know. To me, ain't nothing like being on stage. That's just the payoff for all the hard work. Being able to get up there and perform and let the people hear your songs. And then, you know, when I'm up there, I just feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, my call.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Cool. Who are some of your influences?
Man, Tupac, first and foremost. Queen Latifah, MC Light, Moni Love, Shauna, Lil Kim, you know, everybody, Scarface. I listen to everything, you know what I'm saying? I like a whole lot of different music. So, you know, but I have to say my biggest influence will be Tupac, because I'm like, you know, the #1 Tupac fan.
Pioneers, they kind of paved the streets for us to do what we got to do right now today. I can dig it. What artists do you feel you compare with as far as style?
A lot of people say I remind them of Boss. And if you remember her, she, you know, when she came out, she only had that one CD. Yeah. But I guess they mean like as far as the appearance.
Yeah, her swag.
Yeah, her swag. But I really don't, you know, compare myself to nobody. You know, it's cool with me if somebody, you know, give me that type of compliment or whatever, you know, because that's like being honored, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm glad that you I remind you of her, that make you think when somebody see me, it's big. If I remind you of somebody famous, you know what I'm saying? But I really, I don't want to be put in no box, and I want people to, when they think of me, you know what I'm saying? Think of Fedx, it's about me. I ain't trying to be nobody else. I just want to be myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What do you want? Where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
On top. On top, basically, I mean, right now, I feel like I'm still, learning and growing as an artist, even though I've been doing it for so long, but it's always room to grow, and be bigger and better than what I am right now. So, in 5 years from now, I want to be international, global. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Somewhere on the pop scene, on the billboard.
Yeah, I want to be in China and they out there singing "Shut Them Down" and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So
getting your point across.
Yeah.
I can dig it. All right, dead or alive, who would you give anything to work with?
Once again, I have to say Tupac. Yeah, Tupac. Yeah, I mean, he was a great artist, and I mean, lyrically, the way he thought, he kind of got, everybody look at him as like this crazy, killer person, but, he was a thinker, and that's what I am, I'm a thinker, you know what I'm saying, and I like to collaborate with people that say some stuff and you be like, hey, who said that? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. At the end of the day, who runs your life, winner or failure?
Man, I have to say, Fedx running, because I'm always dealing with something with my music in my everyday life, so, winner, I mean, this like far as my government name when I'm taking care of paperwork and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But I mean, other than that, I'm Fedx all day, every day.
That's who you became.
Yeah.
For the world of love, which is Fedx.
Yeah.
Cool. Why do you perform?
I perform because I love it. I love being on the stage. I love the rush that I get when I'm performing. I love the crowd interaction. I love them, really come for me and saying the word. It's nothing like writing a song when you creating it. You love it and you think it's hot, but just for other people to vibe with you and they singing along with it and they love it too, that's the payoff. That's the reward.
That makes a lot of sense because that kind of helps you know which era you need to go, which route you need to take with your music part. I mean, your raps will probably be who you are, period.
Yeah.
So no matter what type of music, but that kind of sets your route or your avenue with your consumers. Cool. What kind of shows do you like to do? I mean, as far as, maybe big itinerary, small ones, kind of close-knit.
I mean, I done did all of them. I done went from clubs with a shotgun hallway and shows outside, but I mean, my main goal is to reach the masses. So, if I got to go, from one city, starting off with small venues, you know what I'm saying, with smaller crowds, but I mean, my main goal is to reach the masses and, have sold out shows with big venues and big crowds, because, I mean, reaching 10 people is cool, but I want to reach 500,000 million, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let me see, describe your dream show.
Dream show would be like Fedx Forum, Marcy Garden, you know what I'm saying, Bonnaroo, something big, the biggest spring bling, yeah. BT, Hip Hop Awards, honors, all that.
Alright, cool venue. Let me see, what is your biggest goal?
Man, my biggest goal is just to make it and let everybody know in the world know who Fedx is and what I'm all about, and you know my dreams, goals, and ambitions, and where I'm trying to take it. And let everybody know, you know, what it is. Yeah, I'm
Landmark.
Yeah, I'm taking it to the top.
Cool. When you finally call it quits, rappers or musicians do that, but if you finally call it quits and lay down the mic, what do you want to be remembered of? What do you want to be remembered of?
I don't think I ever stop rapping. I think I always, you know, be involved with music, and I love rapping so much that I don't think I ever put down the mic. I'd be like Flavor Flav still, you know, on stage. Yeah, still performing somewhere, you know. And
Vegas or something.
yeah, but I always want people to, you know, remember that I always gave a show and put on a good show, and they can be like, you know, if they leave my concert, they be like, man, she did that. You know.
Go back to something. Remember that.
Yeah.
I got a couple of personal questions to ask. What type of things do you like to talk about in the music?
Just everyday life, struggles, stuff I done been through, stuff I see, you know, just life, period. The progression of life, what you gotta go through to get where you going, and when you get there, you know, what you gotta get through to get to the next level. And you know, I just talk about everyday life.
Yeah. I've been seeing some things actually, as far as, you know, maybe Outkast, different people like that kind of tour, you know, to Germany, Korea, just different places as far as them loving you overseas. If you had, I guess, a gig there, you know, somebody booked you something there, and you know, that of course they couldn't understand most of the English, would you kind of go in the studio and record your album into the language? I mean, would you be interested in doing that as far as being able to understand you and reach you? I mean, would you take on that goal to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I would never be opposed to gaining more fans, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I got to go learn how to speak Japanese and translate it in Japanese so the people can sing along, you know, then, you know, that's what I gotta do.
Exactly.
You know, reach more capital and more fans, you know, then that's what I gotta do.
Because I be wondering that sometimes myself, like, I mean, what would Gucci do if he had, you know, fans in Europe or something like that? He'd go in and learn that.
But all of them, you know, all of them, they tour overseas and they got fans overseas, and you know, a lot of them people, they know the words, even though they speak Japanese and they might not speak English, but they understand it when it comes time for you to get on stage. They know the words in English, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I remember being in St. Thomas, I think, and I was riding on one of those tour buses, and things with Soulja Boy was out, and all you could see was some kids when you ride by doing the Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess it's worldwide. Whenever they're interested. So.
Yeah, music is all one language, you know, no matter what part of the world you're on, you know, when it comes to music, then we all speak one language.
Makes sense to me. Cool. How can people get in contact with you if they want to book you or just want to go to your music page or just to listen to anything?
I'm everywhere. You can catch me at Reverb Nation. Online, I use Fedx the Great, FEDXTHAGREAT. You can Facebook me, SoundClick, MySpace, YouTube, Google me, Google Fedx the Great. I'm everywhere. I'm all over Google. You know what I'm saying? You want to book me? You can call the cell 615-474-5244. If I get too many of y'all calling, I might have to change my number. You can email me to book me, xfed93@yahoo.com. So, you know. And I'm looking to make some money, so if you call to book me, you need to have some of that green paper to put in my pocket.
I'm empty-handed.